All right, welcome back to another episode where we are evaluating what happened in mortgage-backed securities for the market, which impacts interest rates. And this is the rundown. So this is the last 5 days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we started here. We came out Monday. We're really just reacting to technicals is riding up on this 50-day moving average, waiting for really the Fed to speak on Wednesday, where everybody pretty much figured that they're going to hold rates steady and then wait until March to figure out what's going on in the economy. So that being said, it happened. For most part, basically, they said that they've kind of bottomed out and as far as how much they're going to be raising interest rates. And now it's just kind of a wait and see to ensure that the economy is going where they think it needs to go. At the end of the day, markets reacted minimally, but it continued on this trend upwards, which is really nothing more than this trading range that we've been in. So it really wasn't anything earth-shattering or market moving because we already pretty much knew what they were going to say. The only difference is that they turned around and basically said, hey, we're going to be on more of a wait and see. So we don't know if we're going to cut rates in March. So the conventional wisdom is that they're going to be cutting 3 to 4 times in 2024. But the question is, when is that going to start? And according to the Fed, they're not really sure it's going to happen in March. But you know what that means? Absolutely nothing, because as usual, they talk out both sides of the mouths. Now, what we ended up having here is jobs report that came out, and really what it's looking at, or initial jobless claims, where they're saying that it rose 9,000 for the first time to 224,000. With the holiday adjustments behind us, that's been rising over the past couple of weeks. But what's more telling is that continued benefits were around 70,000, which is to 1.898 million. And what that's really saying is that once you're laid off, it's getting harder and harder to find a new job. Additionally, what we saw here, and this was full of conflicting information, is so it's saying that, hey, people are getting laid off, but then the jobs report came out and said that, hey, we added 353,000 jobs, which was much bigger than the 180,000 that they anticipated. And of course, the market reacted because that's saying that, hey, we've got this really robust economy. That plus the GDP, which is still doing well, is basically giving the impression that, hey, we're still moving really forward and we're kind of concerned about what's going to be happening with inflation in the economy. So at the end of the day, if you really look at this, it's once again full of really crazy adjustments and seasonal adjustments because really it was 2.635 million jobs lost in January. Yes, million. But then they adjusted it to 2.988 higher, which gave it 353,000 jobs. That's all seasonal. So it's all them playing with numbers. And this is where it gets really funky and you're trying to figure out, well, what is really actually happening out there? So the other aspect of this is that the amount of hours that people were working actually went down by another 30 minutes. So if you look at that in the entire labor force, people work 30 minutes less. That's the equivalent of 2.4 million jobs lost. So consequently, what we're really looking at is a confusing, conflicting jobs report that the market reacted to, but didn't break above the 50. It's still going to ride here. We're still in the technicals. We're still kind of riding in there, and they're going to really wait and see how things shake out. So at the end of the day, we're still in this trading range. All right. If you have any questions, leave comments, and until next time.